Sup everyone, Dan here, and yesterday I just got back from Arizona. Yep, for those of you who haven't been following me on Twitter and YouTube, I went to Arizona from last week Thursday to this week Tuesday, or yesterday. And all I can say is, it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed that trip. So now I'm going to go through all the things I did there. First day, got into the airport, got our rental car, which took forever to do. Then after that, we just drove to our resort. And in case you're wondering, the resort we stayed at was the Arizona Grand Resort in Phoenix. It was a pretty nice resort. We stayed in a pretty nice suite, and on the resort there's a golf course, a water park, and pools at every suite and villa complex, which was pretty nice. Then the next day, Friday, I'm trying to think what did we do that day? Hold on. What did we do? Oh yeah, that's right. On Friday we visited an old ghost town. It was like it was like well, it was kind of touristy, and like it was just on like mining back in the early 1900s and stuff. Yes, as I said before, kind of touristy, but very interesting. Then we drove up the Suspicious Mountains, which was in Apache Junction, which is out of Phoenix, obviously, for those who don't know. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And it was like so weird because when you drive up a mountain, the elevation changes obviously, and it feels like you're on an airplane because your ears just get plugged up like crazy. But other than that, it was just so cool getting the awesome view of all the mountains and just driving up such curvy roads. It was just pretty cool. Then on Saturday, we relaxed for most of the day, chilled at the water park and stuff, and I went on a run. And then at 5 o'clock in the evening that day, we did horseback riding. It was actually what our place that we went to, Ponderosa Stables, called their T-bone ride. We did I believe it was like a 3 mile ride about, or longer than that, to this one steakhouse, and we had some yummy steaks there. It was really good. And the cool thing is that they actually grilled them outside. I just love that. Then after that, we rode back in the dark. And you're thinking, oh, you're crazy. How do you think those horses get back in the dark? Trust me, the horses they had there had done the same path over like a lot of times, because that's how they train their horses to just get around there. And that's just how they just get back in the dark. They just follow the other horses and they know the path. And speaking of the paths, they're actually they're pretty rugged. I'm surprised that those horses actually managed to get through them. Like, you'd be afraid if the horses actually tripped over something. And yeah, thank God that didn't happen, because I would be scared out of my mind, especially if I'm up high on a horse. But other than that, it was pretty cool. The scenery, as usual, is nice. But the only thing I didn't like is that we just did a slow walk for the whole time, the horses. We didn't do any galloping or trotting or anything. But as I said before, nice scenery. Riding back at night was cool, because we got to see all the lights of the city and everything. And yeah. Then on Sunday, had to go to Easter Sunday Mass, as usual. Then after that, I believe we went back to the hotel to get changed out of our nice clothes and into some more casual clothes. Because then after that, we did some ATV riding in the desert. It was pretty awesome. Or should I say, just really, really, really awesome. It was just so cool riding through the desert. Because on the parts with sand and the non-rugged parts, you could just go really fast. And our person said that the ATVs only top out at 45 miles per hour. But to me, it seemed pretty fast. And I just think ATVs are awesome. And if you haven't driven one yourself before, I suggest if you're the adventurous type, go for it. It's just pretty awesome. And then after that, we just went back to the hotel, chilled some more at the water park and all that stuff. Then we went out for dinner at some nice place. I think it was near Scottsdale. I don't know the exact location of the place, but it was pretty nice. Had some yummy steak again as usual, because that's what's the best in Arizona. Then on Monday, we went up to Sedona for the day. It was about an hour to 2 hour drive, so it wasn't that bad. Oh, sorry. Then once we got there, we waited for a while until it was time to do our pink Jeep tour. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard about that. And from what we heard from people, it was pretty awesome. And the nice thing was that at first we started out on non-bumpy terrain, but then after a while we drove into the desert. Well, not necessarily the desert, because Sedona tends to be cooler a little bit. Because when we were there, it was like 50 to 60 some degrees. So not as hot as Phoenix. But once we got to the, I'll say rugged terrain, it was just really bumpy. And it's just so hard to believe that they can just mod out those Jeeps to do that. Because I watched a video on YouTube, and then and that's how I figured out that they start with a normal Jeep Wrangler, then they just trick it out and like modify the brakes and all that stuff so they can handle all that terrain. But man, you just think that a car or a modified Jeep would not be able to do that, but you better believe it, because I did it and I made it out alive. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Then after we came back from the pink Jeep tour, we just walked around for a while, and then we just did some souvenir shopping. And in case you're wondering what I got, here it is. Hold on, folded. Yep, so I got a Sedona shirt. As you can see, it says Sedona, and then it has flag in the center, and then below that it says Arizona, and then the Grand Canyon State. There you go. Didn't have it all the way in there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool shirt. I'm just gonna get it folded back up. There we go. So yeah, as I said, that shirt I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna be wearing it to school on Monday, because that's when our spring break ends. So yeah. Then on Tuesday, just basically chilled for an entire day. Oh, excuse me. The entire day until like 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock, because that's when we had to drive back to the airport and return our rental car and get ready for our flight. Then it was about it was a 4-hour flight back here, and it was very nice, except for some turbulence. But other than that, it was a very smooth flight. Then when we came back, just gathered all our baggage, drove back home, and now I'm back here. So that was my trip to Arizona. Stay tuned, as I will be uploading more video, or some video that I took on the trip here to YouTube within the next couple days. So yeah, as usual, I'll see you guys later.